If I'm getting low scores on my assignments and my projects, I need to find my errors and I need to fix those errors. For instance, the first project that we're creating in Word, Chapter 1, is a flyer of a surfer. Now, if I'm getting lower scores than I like, I need to find out how I can correct my errors and find out exactly how to do something correctly. So we're in Word Chapter 1 in this example. I'll go to Modules, and I'll scroll down and I'll find Word Chapter 1. I think it's in week 4. The Word Chapter 1 main project. I'll click on Word Chapter 1 main project. I'll load the main project in a new window. And now it's confirmed that I did Word Chapter 1, the main project, but if I look at my score, I only got an 81%, and I want to correct that and get a higher grade. Luckily, you can do this 3 times so that eventually your grade can be up to 100%. So I want to review the project that I handed in, and I want to generate a grading report so that I can actually see where I went wrong. I'll click on Generate Report, my report downloads, and I open the file. The report is divided into 2 sections to better help me understand where I went wrong. The first section, it tells me the step and the directions that I got an error, 0, and then it tells me what I should have done. And if I keep scrolling down again, it goes to the step that I got wrong, and it tells me how it should be. And I'm having problems with graphics and pictures. And so here, Sam is telling me what I did wrong and how I can correct it. So if I keep going down to the second half of my report, I get a visual representation of my errors. The grading engine points to my error, and again, it gives me the instructions on what I should have done for it to be correct. Again, the grading error points directly. And for those of you who are better visual learners, the second half can be helpful because you get a direct copy of your flyer, point to the mistake, and they'll tell you where you went wrong. So now I can open my original file, make these corrections, and resubmit. So that's the first way if I'm getting low grades. Another way, if I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with these pictures, of course I want to look in the textbook. We have an electronic textbook. So I can close this file, and I want to find the link to our electronic textbook. So let me go back to Modules, and I'm looking for Word Chapter 1. I believe it was in week 4. And here's the link to our electronic textbook. I'll click on the textbook for that particular module. I'll load the textbook. And the beauty of the textbook electronically is that I don't need to leaf through it and try to find where I went wrong. The table of contents has direct links. So I can go right to the table of contents for Word Chapter 1, and I need to figure out how to work with a picture. Here we go. Apply a picture style, apply picture effects. So I can look in the textbook, apply a picture style, and I get the exact instructions on how to apply the style. And I can keep going to the next page, and now I can read about applying picture effects. So after I've read this, I can go back to my original document and make sure I've done it correctly. Now, a third way to get better at certain tasks that I tend to miss is to use SAM training. So I'll close the textbook. Remember, you always want to go back to your module of the week that you're in. And now I'm going to look for SAM training because there's training for Word Module 1. If I go back to Word Module 1, I should find training. Here in week 5, Word Hands-On Training. So I'll click on the link for training. I'll load that window. I can start the training. Enlarge the window. Word training has 31 tasks, the entire Word Chapter 1 list of tasks. However, I really have issues with a picture, so I can go up here to the task list. All 31 tasks that we've learned will appear, and I can select to do the training on only the tasks where I need help. For instance, picture styles, picture effects. I can click on the SAM training for that particular one, and I can do the SAM training for picture styles. If I click Observe, SAM will show me exactly how to apply a picture style. So I'll click Observe. I hear SAM say, select the picture. Click the Format tab. Go to Picture Styles. SAM tells me what style to pick. I'm just watching, I'm not actually doing anything. So now I've watched the training module just regarding picture styles. I can practice it, I can do it by myself, I can have SAM show me again, or I can cancel. And then I think I had also another issue with a picture. I think it was picture effects. So I can go to the task list. I can pick that particular task. So the beauty of SAM training is that I don't necessarily have to look at every single task. I can go directly and zoom in right where I need the training. I know how to italicize, so I don't have to listen to that unit. I know how to change the font color. I don't need to listen to that. But I did have issues with pictures. So when I'm through with SAM training, I can close the SAM training module.